So, left hand one was kind of here before, right hand one now is going to be after. Okay, so if we look at, zoom a bit closer, take away the first on the left hand side, and as we go back, if I put these line down there again, what we're trying to achieve now is the hands to be working sort of back underneath. So the hands are going to work back more this way, get the golf club staying with outside the hands. Okay, if we look at the move as you go back now though, as you go back, the arms move out and away. Club face now is sort of rotating. Your toe of the club now is already going backwards. At this position here now, the face is kind of in that direction, which means facing up to the sky. It should be in some ways, if I use a different colour, that's your spine angle. You want the club face to be in the same kind of angle. So it's a good 30, 40, 50 degrees open there, which means then you've got to try and either square it up that much or swing it left to try and compensate for what would be the normal spin to the right. Okay, so then when the hands go back there now, the club now is going to be starting lifting up. And because you're comfortable with the arms that far from the body, you knew where the club was, you felt more comfortable taking the club up here. When we took the club away now, so with the better grip, putting the left hand on first, as you can see, get the Strixon view. Again, the photograph we're going to send you through will showcase what the grip should look like. Get your left hand on correct, then your right hand. Grip pressure is going to be loose. Now the club, as we can see, as you go back here this way, it's going to work the club. This is the practice drill there. There's your difference in the backswing. Yeah? So your hands are a lot more into your body. That's going to change the path and the angle that club's going to swing into the golf ball from. Okay, so there, those two positions there, you can hopefully see quite a clear indication there. There's a lot less knee bend going on. I mean, in terms of your backswing, there's a lot sort of knee sort of squatting. There's a lot of added moves there. Hands go out, club goes behind, knees bending quite a lot. So a lot of variables there. That's going to make swinging a golf club difficult. Your weight's going to be an issue. Your weight starts going forward as well. Then you swing your arms left and you just topple over because then you're trying to react to that. Okay, so the hands working in here nicely. That would be your kind of practice drill there, and the club you can see now sort of pointing. That's more in line with the spine there. Okay, that was your practice swing there. Okay, as you go to the golf ball though, that was a much better movement. That was even better. Okay, so if actually focus more on that one. Okay, one thing I would say, try and do it if you can initially without watching it with your eyes. Because obviously when you hit the golf ball, you're not going to go, ooh, where's the club? So you try and do it more with feel. So look at the ball, swing to that position, and then look. Otherwise, if you're just getting used to going, yep, I can do it, then the ball gets in the way, you go, hang on, what do I look at? The ball or the club? Yeah. So you get yourself in sort of two minds on what to do. So try and again, it's better to learn that way by feeling it more as you go back, rather than just, yep, I can watch it, I can do it, I can watch it, I can do it, but then when the ball gets in the way, you're not able to look at the ball. Okay, so that was a much better move, as we said. Now when the ball gets there, it's kind of in between that move there and the practice swing. So the hands are going to be sort of underneath sort of your chin there as they go back. There you go. So the hands are a little bit further away from the body, but certainly a better position than there. Okay, so it's a more connected swing. When the club starts going back, now the hinge of the wrist starts happening. Okay, club is a little bit, we call laid off, pointing this way, which is going to encourage that club to then come back in that direction, unless you sort of change the direction yourself, which you do a lot of the time. Okay, but we can work on that as we go through. Okay, but club coming back in now, hands nice into the body. Club now you can see is attacking more into the golf ball on a straighter angle. There's less out to in on that one there. The club works through, hands and arms working nicely to the impact area, and through to sort of balance finish position. You can see your weight now sort of on that left foot nicely as you rotate it through. So it's the process that we're going to go through. It's all going to start from setup first with that grip, and to be fair, that can often take longer. The two biggest changes I think people make are setup, specifically the grip, and impact. Because those two things, the impacts of reaction, sort of 80 mile an hour plus, and the grip is what attaches you to the golf club. Other body parts we could adjust and things we can change a lot easier, like takeaway. You could do that. I reckon if you did that practice swing there if you did that move there for a week or two, that'd become the norm after a while. You'd be thinking about that much. It'd be something. But again, you're not in a golf ball doing that move, and there's no issue with the grip. It's the club's going back with your arms and the shoulders and the chest, so it's an easier move to adapt to. The second you start worrying about when the club comes down here, what we're trying to do, a bit more thought. Okay, so work on that grip. I'll send that photograph with the face on. For me, if you can do some of those drills when you go to a range to warm up though, first 5 shots are going to be swinging the club probably to that far there, maybe a little bit longer, just chip it down there 40-50 yards, maybe a bit less than that. Then shots 6 to 10 will be a little bit more again, and then shots 11 to 15 will be sort of fuller versions, and then go through your bag then with different clubs, or just to get a feel of different shots in your golf bag. Okay, drill wise, as we said, one arm swing, sort of getting that feeling of the one arm going back, keeping the hands working into your body, okay? Get the club working back, almost like the club's brushing into your right leg as it goes back. Your hands are going to work a lot more into the body here, than as you can see, way out there, okay? That kind of makes sense, though, yeah? Any questions on kind of that, or you've been through that so far? All kind of, you kind of see the process and the way we're going.
Yeah,
in some way, just kind of like a jigsaw, I suppose. We sort of look at the outside, which is the setup and the takeaway. I would say in a couple of weeks' time, we can work on that. As they send some videos through, send some pictures through, just to make sure it's all working correctly. We then get on the golf course, obviously weather permitting, and then we can see how this swing is changing. What we generally see, if the club is kind of here in your practice, and then there in your swing, then on the golf course, you'll probably find the club sort of some bit back in to where it needs to be for more consistent shots again. Because the less you've got the knees bending, the arm pushing out, the club face opening, you've got to do an awful lot of change on the way down to get that golf club to go that way to compensate for the ball's going to go and over there. And the more speed you have with a drive or longer clubs, the more energy goes left, the more your balance then goes this way, and then we start losing balance and stopping forward. So, okie dokie.
Yeah, all
good stuff. Well done, mate.